Hi gang, Rob here. It is the evening of 21 August 2025, Thursday night at 9 o'clock. That means it's time for a knife sale on the Apostle P channel, and a knife sale we shall have, and it's a monster. I'm probably going to talk quickly because there are 42 items in tonight's sale. Wow! Before we get into the thick of it, let's do some housekeeping as usual. First off, I need you to be familiar with and agreeable to the terms of the sale. I'm going to post those on the screen for you in just a moment. I will also print them in the description underneath this video. Also in the description, above the terms of the sale, you're going to see 3 links to previous videos on this channel. The first one is entitled A Primer for Buyers. That is a 38-minute expanded explanation of the terms of the sale. So especially if you're new, give that video a watch. It'll make your purchase experience go much more smoothly if you do. The second link is to my FAQs for Consignors video. That pertains to you if you're interested in using this weekly sales event to move along some of your collection. That explains how everything works from the consignor's perspective. And the third link, as always, is to my rates and services video for the Apostle P Knife Service, the original precision sharpening service for the online knife community. And recently announced, we are back to pricing levels of Trump 45. So we are doing away with the, 2022 price increase and going back to the original rates. And there will be next day sharpening available this week for the first 4 knives purchased to be sharpened. Wow. How about that? So in the all-important video description, you're going to see those 3 links at the top, and then the terms of the sale in the middle. At the bottom, you'll find the list of tonight's inventory, complete with timestamps down the left side, pricing down the right. Now, in the pricing column, you're generally going to see 2 numbers. The one to the left of the slash is the price of your knife as shown in the video, and the price on the right is its price as sharpened by the Apostle P Knife Service. Now, if you see the word sold in lieu of a price for any given item, that means it has already been bought and paid for by its new owner. So no need to send an inquiry or an I'll take it about anything marked sold, all caps, exclamation point. I believe that's it for the preliminaries. Let's get the terms up on the screen for you, and then we'll be right back with the sale. Here are the terms. All right, let's get to it, shall we? First off, we've got a bunch of leftovers from last week. We're probably going to move through them quickly, so if I don't do them justice in their video segment this week, go back and look at the original sale video from last Thursday, the 14th. It might be more detailed. Anyway, first up, from Spyderco, it is a pair of 3 in CPM crew wear. You will also see that it's wearing smooth black G10 scales. That makes it a Knife Center exclusive, I believe. All murdered. A blade in CPM crewwear DLC coated. And the pair of 3s got 2 15/16 inches of blade, 4 5/16 inches of handle. It is beautiful in the hand. Lock up on this one, dead rock solid. Blade, nearly a total free dropper. Centering, dead. We'll call it near mint in box. The G10 is just a little dried out. It needs a little hand oil. That's why you see a little bit of the texture that you usually don't on these. These are discontinued, not a stock. I found one sold listing on eBay for this exact model. It's sold at $323 shipped. We ran this one last week at $210, got no takers, dropped it to $195 for the weekend. Still here. Your price, $185. That is a buy, boys. And $205 with an Apostle P Edge next day sharpening available if it's one of the first 4. The pair of 3 in smooth black G10 DLC and crewwear. Next up, we have one from Sharp by Design. And this model is the Tempest. And I think by measuring the blade length, sometimes they call this a mini Tempest. because the blade length is 3.5 inches. I don't know why that would be many, but anyway. Here's the knife, and it's kind of a looker. You got your normal SBD 3D machined bead blasted titanium. It looks like an integral, but it's not. Those are two halves actually that meet perfectly in the middle. So you've got 4 5/16 inches of handle, which is very short given the blade length of 3.5 inches. So the pivot very close to the front of the handle. M390 blade, gorgeous swedged and fullered drop point that looks like a hand-rubbed satin. That's just a beautiful pocket knife. Got a milled titanium right-hand tip-up pocket clip with a little scratch in it. That's the only thing that keeps it from being like new, right there by my thumb. Steel inserted, we'll call it a titanium bolster lock because the carbon fiber protects the lock bar. There's your engagement. It's rock solid. Ball bearing action is silky smooth. Let's see, I think the front flipper even works for me, which is rare because I suck at front flipping. Centering's perfect. Lockup is perfect. Action is perfect. These are out of stock when they were last available. They had a web retail price of $425. We ran this one last week at $325. Dropped it to $300 for the weekend. It is still here. This week's price $275, like it is, and $300 with an ApostleP edge. That is the Sharp by Design Tempest in carbon fiber and a drop point. Next, we have one from Boker Plus. The knife inside is the model number 01BO338. It's the Vox F 3.5 in green canvas micarta. But it's not green. It's brown. And it's finished rather smoothly. I'm not sure why the striations appear, but they do. I bet you they go away once it absorbs hand oil. I like the F 3.5 engraved into the micarta. Nice looking pivots with some gold anodized hardware. It is a stainless steel frame lock. Opens with a hole. And it's got that stubby, broad Vox clip point with a good-looking swedge. The blade steel is D2. The blade length is 3 5/16. The handle's 4 5/8. There's your lock engagement. It is rock solid. Knife runs on Teflon washers, by the way. I think the action and lockup are beautiful. The centering is off. It is near mint in box, discontinued, not a stock. When these were available, they were $100 web retail. We ran this one last week for $60. Dropped it to $50 for the weekend. This week, $45 all in, shipped priority mail. Not too early to start thinking about brother-in-law gifts for Christmas. Here you go. $45 like it is, $65 sharpened. Next, we got one from Giant Mouse. It is the Ace Biblio in Jade G10 with a DLC-coated M390 blade. It is a Blade HQ exclusive. Gorgeous 3D machine blasted finished Jade G10. Ambidextrous tip-up deep carry wire clip. Ball bearing flipper. Modified sheep's foot blade DLC coated. Blade length is 2 13/16 inches of sheep's foot M390. The handle's 4 inches. It is a stainless steel liner lock, and it locks up beautifully and securely. I would imagine the ball bearing action is quick and smooth as glass, and it is. Centering on this example is perfect. We'll call it like new in box. These are discontinued and out of stock at Blade HQ. When they were available, they were $195 new. We ran this one last week at $160. Didn't sell, dropped it to $140 last weekend. It's still here. Let's go $130 like it is, $155 with an TheApostleP edge. And next day sharpening is available if it's one of the first four. The Giant Mouse Ace, Biblio in Jade and DLC. Next up, we have one from Urban EDC. It is the Vox F5.5. It's a Vox Canada. This one's got natural canvas micarta scales. Nice gear pattern titanium backspacer. Deep carry clip that'll be right hand tip up. Opens with a hole, runs on ball bearings. Your sheep's foot blade with a little bit of coagulated coolant. Not a big deal if you have any metal polish of any kind. It'll take you merely minutes if you'd like that to go away. M390 blade, 2 7/8 inches in length, 4 1/16 handle. Stainless steel liner lock mechanism. Locks up nicely and early. It's rock solid. Beautiful little knife in the hand. Great utility blade. Lockup is dead rock solid. The action is beautiful. Ball bearing, silky smooth. Centering is perfect. Condition will be near mint in box, coagulated, preservative noted. These are out of stock. When they were available, they were $249 web retail. We ran this one last week at $175, got no takers. And my seller said, let it ride at $175. If it doesn't do that, send it home, and that's what we're going to do. So your price is $175 like it is $205 with an TheApostleP edge. The Urban EDC Vox F 5.5. Next, we have one from Griffin Company. I don't know if it has a stick. It doesn't have a sticker on it. Let's see. What do we know about this knife? It is the Scout F3. Beautifully made knife. Tumbled all titanium handle. Carbon fiber inlays. Gorgeous titanium backspacer that envelops a lanyard post. It's a front flipper. Can I flip it? Oh, it was close. So close. There we go. Look at that beautiful blade. Kind of an interesting swedge, don't you think? It's like a spear point with a high point. And looks like a belt satin swedge and primary bevel. Nice little fuller. Great run of jimping. Blade length is 3 inches. It is an M390. Handles 4 1/4. You got a steel inserted titanium frame lock. Locks up, looks like about 40%. Rock solid. Ball bearings are silky smooth. Yeah, like a rocket. Looks like the centering might be off a little bit to the bottom scale as you're looking at it. I think it might need a little pivot screw adjustment. Let's see if I can help that any. I think I did. Well, there you go. Okay, we're back to perfect. Yeah. Condition. Near mint in box. These are out of stock. When they were available, they had a web retail price of $392. We ran this one last week at $250. Got no takers. Dropped it to $220 for the weekend. This week, your price, $195. $195 like it is $220 with my edge on that M390 blade. The Scout F3 from Griffin Company. Next up, you guys are killing me. From Kizer with its full complement of goodies inside the coffin box. We have a KI 3637A1 Varatas. Such a cool knife designed by Jacob Lundqvist. What a gorgeous gents folder. Just look at that thing, guys. Slightly crowned titanium handle scales with a beautiful triangle mill pattern. And notice how it changes slightly in hue back here. That little darker area is the female side of the clip attachment. So the milled titanium clip is ambidextrous, and the female part of the pivot fastener is milled exactly like the rest of the handle. So I think once that color difference wears away, you'll not even be able to tell it's there. So cool. Everything's low profile and pocketable. You can open it with a hole, or you can front flip it. Got a gorgeous stonewashed drop point blade in S35, 3¼ inches in length. Thin, slicey. The handle's 4 3/8. There's your lock engagement. It's just a beautiful piece. Centering's perfect. Condition, near mint, in box. Available new for $169 web retail. We ran this last week at $110, got no takers. Dropped it to $90 for the weekend. I'm sorry, dropped it to $100 for the weekend. Still here. Your price this week, $90 like it is, $110 with an Apostle P edge. What a beauty. Kizer Varatas. Next up, we got one from Steel Wheel by way of Maniago, Italy. It's the F25-31 Modus. M390 blade. Your handle is in black G10 with an OD green G10 gear pattern backspacer. You got an ambidextrous tip up clip. It is a ball bearing flipper. M390 blade. 3 5/16 inches in length. The handle's 4 7/16. Mechanism is a stainless steel liner lock. Locks up right where you want it. It's rock solid. And the centering will be perfect. Near mint, in box, discontinued, not a stock. When these were available, they were $149 web retail. We ran this a week ago at $100. Didn't sell, dropped it to $90 last weekend. Your price this week, $80 shipped priority mail. I remember when these were brand new releases, I think they were around $170 web retail. And if you had a used one, it would sell for $150. It's crazy. Now look how far the mighty have fallen. What a great knife for $80 though. The Modus from Steel Wheel. Next up is our last leftover from last week. And this was the shocker of the bunch, guys. Really was. From Heretic, made in America. The H039-10A-T Colossus single edge in black tactical. What a great OTF automatic. Dual action. And I wrote track tech for this material, but it almost feels like sandpaper skateboard tape. In fact, that's what it doesn't have that rubbery feel like track tech has. What a cool handle design. Black hard anodized aluminum it is. Serial number 00435. The pocket clip on these is ambidextrous, which is a big deal if you're left-handed. Let's see, the handle length is 5 3/16. The blade is 3 7/16. What would you call that blade shape? It's almost like a clip point or a reverse tanto. Two-tone. The steel is, what is that stuff? It's like Magna something? What is it? Oh, yeah, Magna Cut. There it is, right there. Magna Cut. You guys know anything about that stuff? I don't. Anyhow, button effort, I'll call medium firm. I could probably do that long enough to annoy my wife while watching a movie. 100% reliable, locks in with authority. It's like new in the box. This model is available new for a web retail price of $480. We ran this one at $350 last week. I thought that'll get it. Nope, didn't. Dropped it to $320 for the weekend. Nope, that didn't get it either. Your price for this week, and a steal, $295 like it is, $320 with my edge on that Magna Cut blade. Wow. The Colossus OTF from Heretic. And now we're on to the fresh stuff. And we're going to start it off with one to please you California viewers. It's from Protech. And I think this was a blade show knife. I believe. It is the BR-1 CA.3 LTD-Grey. Whiskers. With the gray handle, black textured bolster, and a 2-inch stonewashed blade. It's a California legal Whiskers hidden bolster release automatic. And just to prove where it came from, there is your blank name tag from Blade Show, the Protech booth. And you're going to get a button, a 25th anniversary Protech button hat pin. How about that? And here's the knife, the coolest of the cool. It's a side folding automatic, right hand deep carry black pocket clip, gray hard anodized aluminum handle, and then the bolster also hard anodized aluminum in black with a basket weave milled texture. And to deploy the knife, you just push up on the bolster. To release it, push up again, fold the knife. Super cool. And there's your little tiny blade, 1 15/16, California legal. The handle's 4 1/16. Solid lockup. Looks to be perfect centering, and well, the action is Protech snappy. Condition is, we'll call it like new in the box. Name tag and a hat pin included, discontinued, not a stock. These had a $225 table price. Blade HQ sold them also at $225. They're gone. Your price for this one, $195 like it is. $215 with an TheApostleP edge. That's the Protech 2-inch, sub 2-inch, California legal, gray Whiskers automatic. Next up, we got some Great Eastern cutlery going on. Here's the first one. It's a Tidioute 78 American Jack from the 2017 run. Model 782217 in elderberry jigged bone. Now, some of this elderberry was a little pink. This one, not. It is gorgeous. I love that sort of worm groove jigging. I love the fancy Tidioute shield. You got plain bolsters and end caps. 3 11/16 closed length. Your blade set will be a main spear, a secondary pen, the best pen blade ever. We'll call that pull weight a 7.5. Walk and talk are stupendous, and both blades are centered. I'll call that perfectly. Condition is near mint to like new in tube. They are always out of stock. Sold listings on eBay with similar covers. I don't think I found any sold listings with the elderberry. Between $250 and $300. So let's do this one at $225 like it is. $250, I sharpen both blades. That's the 78 American Jack Tidioute in EBJB, elderberry jig bone. Next up, more GEC, but this one a Northfield unexcelled model. But it is also a 78 American Jack, model 782117, so it'll be a single spear in golden brown jigged bone. What do you guys think of that jigging pattern? I think that's kind of special. Got the big unexcelled shield, double lined bolster, plain end cap, nickel, silver, and brass hardware. 3 11/16, I think. Yeah, in length, closed. Single spear point blade, polished with a cut swedge and a long pull. Northfield unexcelled etch. Super sweet walk and talk. We'll call it a 7.5 pull. And the centering on this one, dead. I think this has been sharpened, just been touched up a little. So we'll call it near mint in tube. They are out of stock. Sold listings on eBay range between, get this, for this exact model, between, how can this be? Between $340 and $699. Okay, let's just do this one at $250 like it is. $265 with my edge on that single spear. The Northfield 78 American Jack in GBJB. Golden brown jigged bone. Next up, oh man, it's our last GEC, but we're going out with a bang. What a pocket knife this is. It's a Northfield 86 Oilfield Jack, model number 861219, in autumn gold jigged bone. It doesn't look that long. In fact, it's not. It's just 3 7/8 inches in length, but it's girthy. Look at the fat springs on that thing. Nickel, silver, and brass. Look at the spine thickness on that main blade. That's why. Even the pen, or I'm sorry, it's a sheep's foot secondary, has a thick blade stock. It's a robust oil field jack. The main blade is that stunning, very slightly recurved clip with a light Northfield unexcelled etch. Long pull, cut swedge. I'm going to call that an 8 pull. Beautiful walk and talk. There's your secondary sheep's foot. Man, that could be a main blade in a smaller knife, couldn't it? Both blades nicely centered. I think I called them perfect. We'll say this one's near mint to like new in tube. Out of stock. Sold listings on eBay ranging between $320 and $450. Let's do this one at $275 like it is. $300 if you'd like my edge on both blades. The GEC Northfield 86 Oil Field Jack. Next up, I know I teased you guys about this yesterday. It's our only watch in tonight's sale, and I'm not a fan of Chinese micro brand watches, except San Martin. In many ways, it's a cheesy brand. They do Rolex homages, but they do them so well. And they're attractive. And they don't really look like Rolexes. So you got this little plastic box with the annoying non-hinged clips. And inside you got a hang tag with no information on it. You got your round, I guess that's a warranty card. And then you got a little instruction manual. Oh, look at that. So yeah, kind of a cool little package for an inexpensive watch. The model is the SN0136 GMT, 200 meter GMT diver. How about that? I set this watch about 24 hours ago and it's running dead with the Seiko NH34 movement. When I say dead, I mean dead on, not dead won't run. So here you go. It's got like an oyster style case, right? Like a Submariner. Measurements are 41 diameter, 47 lug to lug, 13 thick, 20 millimeter lug width on a beautiful screw link oyster style bracelet with a beautiful all milled clasp. I love that the signature area is raised, so it might save the rest of the clasp from scratches. Double pusher opening, toolless micro adjust in a Rolex style case back. The bezel is 120 click unidirectional in ceramic, not fully lumed, just the pip. The indices are embossed and filled with lume. Date at 3. GMT hand is orange, seconds hand is red. And it does have the jump hour style GMT hand. I believe moves in 30-minute, or actually those would be 1 hour increments on the 24-hour scale. Okay. Just very, very light desk rash. Nothing on the clasp, so we're going to call that very near mint in box. These are available new in this colorway, and there's a vague sunburst on that dial. Just really cool. New one will cost you $202 web retail. Who knows if you get it from Alibaba or some Chinese website when you'll get it, how much it'll cost to ship it. Who knows? I do know this. Your price for this one, $1.25. $125 shipped, priority mail, no need to sharpen. On the San Martin SN0136 automatic GMT dive watch. Next up, we got one from Vero Engineering. And that's a picture of this knife even. How about that? Super cool. Got a little COA here. This is a Vero Axon Lefty liner lock. M390 blade, stonewashed. And natural canvas micarta scales. Just a super handsome pocket knife. So your faceted natural canvas. Did I mention it's a lefty? So left hand tip up milled titanium pocket clip. I think all the hardware on these knives is titanium. You can open it with the fuller, which works just fine. What a gorgeous blade. That's such a usable pocket knife. Titanium liner lock. Ball bearings. Let's see. Look at that happy learn to putt. What's the deal here? Why is that so easy for me? It's left-handed and I can front flip it. Anyway, M390 blade, 3.5 inches long, 4.5 inch handle. I believe, yes, that titanium liner lock is steel inserted. And it's locking up at just about exactly 50%, and it's dead rock solid. Ball bearings work beautifully, and the centering will be dead. Yeah. Near mint to like new in box. These are out of stock in this handle configuration. When they were available, it would have cost you $310 web retail to buy one. I found one sold listing on eBay for this exact configuration. It did $279 sold, shipped. Your price for this one's going to be $220 like it is, $245 with an ApostleP edge. That's the Vero Engineering Axon liner lock, left-handed. Next up, this was a collection call for me about a year ago, and it's for sale again. Doggone it. It's a Spyderco, and it's a Lefty Millie. Remember that? Here you go. Left-handed military. Of course, it has an ApostleP edge. I don't think the guy that bought it, who's now my consignor, ever used it. It has been used, though. There's some fine scratches in the blade face just from cutting cardboard and the like. But I'm still going to call it near mint. It's got a better edge than the factory. 3 15/16 blade, S30V, 5.5 handle. There's your lock engagement. Stainless steel liner lock. It's beautifully perfect. Centering. Dialed in. So they're discontinued and out of stock. They quit making the left-handed one like 5 years ago. Sold listings on eBay between $157 and $340, and I think that $157 knife was kind of a rat. This one, with my edge, near mint, in box, including a Fox 40 red pearl emergency whistle, $180, no need to sharpen. The Lefty Millie plus a whistle. Time to turn the page. Next up, got one from QSP in a collaboration with Kaviso. There we go. It's the Penguin in S35VN with the Mars Valley, I think, fat carbon. Yeah, Mars Valley fat carbon scale. Beautiful aqua anodized hardware. Just a gorgeous little knife. Look at that thing. There are oranges, reds, blacks in there. And look at that hardware. It's gorgeous. Milled, right-hand tip-up titanium pocket clip. Gorgeous bead blast in the titanium. Opens with thumb studs. My seller tells me it will deathlock. So keep your fingers anchored on the clip, not the lock bar when opening. Let me see if he's right. If I put my finger on the lock bar, it still opens. Let's see. Maybe I'm thinking of a different knife. Yeah, this one's fine. Never mind. There's your lock engagement. It's rock solid. Centering, it'll be what you expect. Perfect. Condition will be, near mint. Maybe like new. These are available new for $129, $130 online. Let's do $90 on this one, shipped priority mail. $110 with my edge on that 3 1/16 inch long S35 blade. The Penguin from QSP and Kaviso. Next, we got one from Maniago Knife Makers, MKM. This is the Eclipse with a stonewashed titanium frame and a dark stonewashed titanium overlay. A very handsome pocket knife. So yeah, I was looking at this overlay material going, is that Richlite? Is it some kind of paper micarta? No. It's like a DLC coated and tumbled titanium overlay over a stonewashed titanium frame. Cool little backspacer with a lanyard hole. Right hand tip up deep carry pocket clip. Very discreet low profile flipper. And it flips beautifully. Blade is Magna Cut, designed by Jesper Vaxness. 3 1/4 inch Magna Cut blade, 4 3/8 handle. Oh, this is the one that deathlock. How can that deathlock? I don't think it can. Let's see. No, never mind. Gorgeous stonewash. Nice belly on that drop point blade too. I called the centering close on this one, but it looks awfully perfect today. Anyway, near mint to like new in box. Web retail for this model is $220 brand new. Let's do $150 on this one. All in shipped priority mail. $175 if you'd like it with my edge on that Magna Cut blade. Next day sharpening available if it's one of the first 4. That's the Eclipse from MKM in Magna Cut. Next up, you're going to see a knife that looks very similar. So Maniago Knife Makers, Maniago, Italy. Viper Technocut, Maniago, Italy. The model number of this is V5970 BLTI. That doesn't tell you much. But it's the Viper Bologna. This has got to be a Vox design. Let's see. It is. It's almost the same knife, except this one's a clip point. You got a blue tumbled titanium handle with raw stonewashed titanium overlays. right-hand deep carry tip-up clip. This has got a big belly clip point. Beautiful little run of jimping up here. Titanium frame lock. Deep engagement, I would say about 60%. Rock solid. Ball bearing pivot. Centering on this one is off a little, just so you know. I love that low profile flipper tab. The jimping's right where you need it. It doesn't get in the way when the knife is open. That's great. 3 7/16 blade, 4.5-inch handle. Near mint in box. Currently available for a web retail of $181 brand new. Let's do $125 shipped priority mail. $150 if you'd like it with an ApostleP edge. Next day sharpening is available. That's the Viper Bellone. Next up, it's Giant Mouse time. In this box we have an Ace Biblio XL in green anodized full titanium handle. Check this out, boys. Just watch the handle colors. Oh. It's like a rinse of green ano. Very, very cool. And then the gold anodized titanium backspacer looks perfect with it. Pocket clip deep carry wire affair, ambidextrous tip up. It'll flip. Got a stonewashed modified sheep's foot. In CPM Magna Cut. I think it says so right there. Blade length on the Biblio XL is 3 1/4. The handle is 4 3/8. It is a stainless steel liner lock. Locks up early and securely. Looks like this has been sharpened a little and pretty well. Not extremely pretty, but nicely sharp. Okay. And there's one mark on the knife on the handle right there. Let's see if I can get it to reflect right there. Just a little. Anyway, rock solid lockup. Beautiful ball bearing action. Perfect centering. Near mint inbox, used and sharpened. Out of stock. When these were available, they were $295 web retail. Let's offer this one at $180, like it is $205 with an ApostleP edge on that Magna Cut blade. The Giant Mouse Ace Biblio XL Titanium. Next up, one last Italian Giant Mouse. This is the Ace Jutland in burlap micarta, and what a gorgeous pocket knife. Slim, even with an opening hole. Gorgeous burlap micarta. Typical clip construction, ambidextrous tip-up deep carry wire. Kind of a brassy anodized titanium backspacer. It is a ball bearing flipper, excellent flipper. Low profile, great purchase. Just barely protrudes from the bottom of the handle when open. Tumbled DLC blade in, you ready for this? Varatas 4E, which would be an analog to CPM 4V. I think Carpenter makes it, is that right? Anyway, 3 3/8 blade, 4 13/16 handle, black coated stainless steel liner lock, locks up at about 30%, 25-30. Lockup is rock solid. Forward finger choil works well. Nice bearing action. Centering will be perfection. Did I mention that stunning clip point blade? Look at that swedge. How's it work if you open it with a hole? Well, there you go. You just have to find the right spot. Super cool. Nice knife. Very nice knife. Let's see. Near mint to like new in box. Available new for $245. Web retail. Your price for this one, $160. $160. Shipped priority mail. $185 with an ApostleP edge. And that's a knife you can use, man. That burlap's going to look better the more you carry it. The tumbled DLC is going to wear really well. And the Varatas 4E should be a fun steel to experience because it should be super tough, super wear resistant, not much fun to sharpen. That is the Jutland from Giant Mouse. Next up, I don't even like this model, but I love this one. I haven't seen one like this yet. It's a black box Benchmade, model 537FE-02 bailout. Look at there. What? Blue, hard anodized, diamond milled, aluminum scales, flat dark earth Cerakote blade, and I think you could call the standoff and the backspacer that same color. They'll be aluminum too. Axis lock, thumb studs, phosphor bronze. Tonto blade in CPM M4. Now, you know, we've seen the green M4 bailout. Never seen the blue and FDE bailout in M4, but here's one. How cool is that? 3 3/8 blade, 4 11/16 handle. Lockup is dead rock solid. I would say the blade, not quite a free dropper, but eminently flingable. And centering is very squared away. Condition on this, I will say, near mint to like new in box. I called the centering very close in my copy, by the way. This knife currently available new at your favorite Benchmade online retailer for $300. $300. That's too darn high. Let's go $225 on this one. Like it is, $255 with an ApostleP edge. The bailout in blue, FDE, and M4 from Benchmade. Next up, another Benchmade. If there's a Benchmade poster child for the butterfly tax, this is it. It's a 535-3 bug out. You guys know the knife. Carbon fiber, S90V. I mean, carbon fiber is great. S90V, not a darling anymore as far as super steels go. I really don't understand how they have a map price of $330 for this knife, but they do. Anyway, you know the dimensions, don't you? 3 3/16 blade, 4 3/16 handle, blue hard anodized aluminum thumb studs and backspacer, black oxide coated shorty deep carry ambidextrous tip up clip, beautifully stonewashed blade. Not a bad Benchmade edge. Let's see. Again, not quite a free dropper, but eminently flingable. Lockup, rock solid. Centering on this one, what did I say? I guess I said it was perfect. It's close enough. Condition will be, I'm going to call that like new in box. Definitely near mint to like new. Anyway, current map price, Benchmade web retail. Oh, wait a minute. That's got my edge on it. I can't see too well. Yeah, that's got an ApostleP edge. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Anyway, so somebody paid $330 for this knife, and then they paid me $30 to sharpen it. I think that's $360. Your price, $230, already sharp, shipped, priority mail. The 535-3 bug out, carbon fiber, S90V, and an ApostleP edge. Next up, man, we've had a lot of cool ones tonight, and we got another cool one right here. This is from Hogue. It is the 24-456 Misto. CPM something, I don't know. Blue Canyon Rich Light? What is Blue Canyon Rich Light? That's Blue Canyon Rich Light, which basically is a paper micarta product. Notice it's slightly faceted. And then you've got this Blue Canyon micro milling in there. The color of that Rich Light is kind of like blue and black. So cool. Slim profile. Ambidextrous tip up. Deep carry pocket clip. Hogue Able lock. Sort of sky blue anodized standoffs and thumb studs. And then you got that. Ooh. Swedge drop point, long and thin. Gorgeous stonewash. Oh, it's CPM Magna Cut. Oh. This is the Rob's pick, by the way. Does that not look like a knife I would carry? You know, if you're looking for to me, that kind of fills the Benchmade 943 slot in a collection. If you can't find one of those, get one of these. 3.5 blade, 4 3/8 handle, super efficient blade to handle ratio. Rock solid lockup. Not quite a free dropper on phosphor bronze, but very close. Eminently flingable. How's the lockup? Rock solid. How's the centering? I called it very close. Condition like new in box. I called it very, very close, actually. Price of these brand new at your favorite internet retailer for Hogue knives, $180. Your price for this one, all in, shipped priority mail, $130. $155 with my edge on that Magna Cut blade. Next day sharpening available if it's one of the first 4. The Misto in Rich Light and Magna Cut from Hogue. Next up, I got a cold steel with no box, but who cares about a cold steel box? You just get a poly bag Ziploc. This is a Formax. It's not an Italian Formax, but it's a special Formax because it's made in Taiwan and it's run in the black and green G10 scales. Just beautifully finished, by the way. Stonewashed ambidextrous tip-up pocket clip. Triad lock. It's kind of heavy. Look at the size of that stop pin, for goodness sake. Opens with thumb studs. Your stonewash blade is S35 VN. 4 inches of blade, 5 7/8 inches of handle. You can come back here. You can sneak up here. You can pinch it here. You can reverse it there. You can use it every way you want. Lockup is rock solid. I don't know. Are these on bearings? I keep writing down phosphor bronze and Teflon, but look how free that blade is. I mean, wham. Centering, how do they do that? I mean, they make these big, long knives, and they regularly just nail the blade centering. Anyway. Near mint to like new, no box. You want one of these brand new? You can have one. You'll just have to pony up $400. Or just buy this one, $250, shipped, priority mail. $275 with my edge. The Formax in black and OD G10 and S35 VN. Next up, not sure how this happened. I got a Benchmade without a box. Just a bag. You do get a microfiber. And you get the legend. And I want you to look closely at this 940. I don't see a mark on that handle anywhere. I see a little evidence of being in the pocket. Yeah. Your blade, S30V. 3 7/16 inches in length. The handle, 4 7/16. Green hard anodized 6066 T6 aluminum is your handle material. Purple anodized, kind of a micro gear pattern backspacer in titanium. Black oxide or parkerized Emerson style clip stamped Benchmade, ambidextrous tip up. A nice full blade, no recurve, not over sharpened, rock solid lockup, near free dropping action. And what? What did Benchmade do there? Huh, shocking. This knife currently available brand new for $240. For $60 off, you don't get a box. It is like new with beautiful mechanics. No box. Your price $180 like it is. $200 with an ApostleP edge. If you've never owned a 940, you need to own a 940. And this would be a great one to start with and save yourself $60. Next up, we got another Benchmade, kind of a new player. It is the model number 593BK, and the model name is the PSK. This is an Axis assist knife. So you just touch off the thumb stud and out it springs. It does have a spine-mounted safety. The blade is in CPM Magnacut with a speckled black Cerakote. Interesting mill pattern on the flats. Looks like it's been used. There's a little wear streak in the Cerakote on both sides, very faint on this side. Blade length is 3 7/16. Handle is 4 15/16. And the handle is composed on each side of two pieces of milled G10, OD green and gray. Parkerized butterfly stamped deep carry ambidextrous tip up pocket clip. So nice in the hand. I mean, everything just falls where you want it to when you grab this knife. Lockup rock solid. Centering. What? All right, they can't be a Benchmade. I'm going to call it close. Action is Axis assist. Condition will be near mint in box. These are available new at your favorite Benchmade web retailer for $400. Not for this one. Your price $260 all in. Shipped priority mail $285 with an ApostleP edge on that Magnacut blade. That's the PSK from Benchmade. Next up. Is it? It is. Our last Benchmade tonight. The 495 Vector in 3D machine and diamond milled black G10. Another Axis assist knife. Notice the spine mounted safety. This one's a flipper. Pocket clip, polished ambidextrous deep carry tip up. When you flip it, out comes that thing. It looks like a dagger, but this is a false edge on top. Blade steel is S30V. 3 5/8 inches in length. The handle is 4 13/16. Let's put the safety on and try to release it. You can't. We'll take the safety off. We'll close it. We'll put the safety on, and it will not flip. How about that? Lock up dead rock solid. How's the centering? Should we check? There we go. Wow. That's a lot of well-centered Benchmades tonight, guys. Near mint to like new in box, available new currently for a Benchmade map price or web retail of $325. Wrong. Let's do $190 on this one. $210 if you'd like it with an ApostleP edge. The Vector from Benchmade. Next. From Spyderco. It's a paramilitary too. I would call this a PJ, right? A plain Jane. We'll say black and S45VN. There is your 4 13/16" handle. There's your tumble polished 4-way clip. There is your Spidey clip blade in S45VN. That is 3 1/2 inches long. Compression lock mechanism. Phosphor bronze washers. Look at that free drop in action. And rock solid lockup. How's the centering? Huh. Would that be okay? I think it will. Near mint in box. Perfect mechanics. Currently available new, this model. $199 MAP, web retail. Your price for this one? $140 all in, shipped priority mail. $165 my edge goes on that S45 blade. And next day sharpening is available if it's one of the first 4. Spyderco Pair 2 black and S45. Next, another Spyderco, made in Taiwan. It's a Spidey Chef. With that, I don't know how they do this. They bead blast the titanium, then they give it a little acid wash. Somehow. It's dark and it's beautiful. And it hides everything. Here's how new this knife is. The sticker is still under the clip, which is ambidextrous, deep carry, tip up. The blade is in LC200N. The length of the blade is 3 5/16. The handle's 4 9/16. It's good for chopping veggies, among other EDC tasks. There is the engagement of your carburized lock face titanium frame lock or Reeve integral lock. Very secure. A little bit of stick to let you know it's there. Nothing that's going to harm your experience. Blade is beautifully centered. We will call it near mint to like new in box. This knife's still available brand new. If you want a new one, go buy one. You're not going to hurt my feelings. It'll cost you $303, or you could just buy this one for $230. Like it is, all in, shipped priority mail, or $250 if you'd like it to have my edge on it. The Spidey Chef from Spyderco. Next, somebody's going to get a deal if this is your thing. From Spyderco, we have a Mannix 2. That's just the base Mannix model number. C101 GP2. S30V and black G10. And here is your black G10 scale set. This knife ain't wearing them. It's wearing Flytanium brass. Man, if your wife was mad at you and you left this on the counter in the kitchen and she picked it up and threw it at you, it would hurt. That's got to be 12 ounces. It's got to be. So if you like a heavy knife, this is you. It's got that lustrous, kind of tumble polished finish on the S30V. 3 3/8 a blade, 4 5/8 inches a handle, caged ball lock mechanism. Phosphor bronze washers, and it's that free, really. And it locks up like a bank vault. And the blade is perfectly centered. We'll call it near mint in box. So to buy this knife new, $162 MAP for the knife, just the knife. $98 for the scales. I think that's $260 total. Your price, $150 on this knife. $170 with an ApostleP edge. The Mannix 2, black and S30V plus custom brass scales. Next, a stunning knife from Spyderco and River's Edge Cutlery. This is the Native 5 in OD green and FDE and 204P. REC exclusive. How handsome is that? OD green G10, blackened hardware, 4-way clip, flat dark earth Cerakote blade, and CTS 204P. 3-inch blade, 4-inch handle, mid-lock mechanism, bushing pivot, perfect centering, dead solid lockup. I called it I think I'll still call it very, very close. I think it might favor the bottom scale ever so slightly. It's like new in box. This River's Edge exclusive is out of stock. When they were available, they had a web retail of $205. Sold listings on eBay right now range between $230 and $314, and there were several of them. Let's do $195 on this one. $220 with an ApostleP Edge. On the Native 5 OD FDE 204P for REC. Next up. This knife should have gotten more love in the market than it did. It's from Spyderco. It's made in the United States of America. Golden, Colorado, USA earth, to be precise. It's the Siren Salt in carbon fiber. Some dude named Clinton designed this thing. Lance Clinton. I think it's supposed to be like fish knife. Peel ply carbon fiber handle, no liners. It is super light for a large-ish knife. Pocket clip is black, ambidextrous tip-up deep carry wire. The mechanism is a mid-lock. The blade is a drop point in CPM S90V. The blade length is 3 5/8. The handle's 5 1/8. So a lot of handle for the length of the blade. But, you know, if you got wet hands, it's good that all this handle's wrapping around that index finger. If you're processing a fish with this thing. Looks like, yeah, maybe 140 thousandths thick stock at the spine, full flat ground. Going to be pretty slicey. Lockup is rock solid. Very nice action. Perfect centering. So this, in this configuration with the peel play carbon fiber and S90, was a sprint run. They were $241 web retail when they were new. Sold listings on eBay, I think there were just 2 of them. $170 and $185, I believe. Let's do $160 on this knife. $185 if you'd like it with my edge. That's the Spyderco Siren Salt carbon fiber and S90V sprint run. Next up, another Spyderco. This one is a Shaman plane. That's all it is. A Shaman PJ. Black G10. S30V blade. Smooth black G10. Beautifully radiused. 4-way pocket clip. Tumbled. Compression lock mechanism. S30V blade. High saber flat ground. 3 5/8 blade, 4 9/16 handles. Can that be right? Did I do that right? Whoops. I didn't do that right. Did that time. Free dropping blade. Centering's off a little. Off to the high side, just slightly. Lock up, dead rock solid. Action is beautiful. Condition, I will say near mint to like new in box. Currently available brand new. If you want a new one, it'll cost you $270, no matter where you shop. Or just buy this one, all in, shipped priority mail, $210. Like it is, $230 with an ApostleP Edge on that S30V blade. Next up, I don't think I've ever seen one of these before, at least in this configuration. From Spyderco, by way of Seki City, Japan. Delica 4 Burgundy FRN and a black PD1 blade. I called it purple. I think it looks purple. Anyway, here, does that look burgundy or does it look purple? Whatever you want it to be. All black hardware, 4-way clip in black. And then your steel is Micromelt PD number 1. And I didn't research that, I have to tell you. Sorry about that. Blade length is 2 15/16. The handle's 4 1/4. Lockup is dead rock solid. Blade is nice. Blade action is nice. Centering is as well. It is a sprint run. These are discontinued, not a stock. When they were available, they had a web retail or map price of $127. And I think there were several recently sold on eBay for $127. A couple new ones and at least one used one. Your price for this one, $100, all in, shipped priority mail, $120 with my edge on that PD1 blade. Next up, don't think I've ever seen one of these before. It comes in a pouch. It says Tops Knives. It can't be a fixed blade, and it's not. This is the MIL-SPIE. That's MIL-SPIE. I have no idea what that means. The 3.5-inch version. Interesting handle. It's made of aluminum, as you can see by the chamfers. And Tops calls this a Coyote Tan traction coat. And other than the locking leaf, which is screwed into the handle, I think you can see the end of the screw right there. There might be another one holding it somewhere. But other than that piece of steel, the handle is unlined all aluminum. Even the pivot, I don't know if you can see that, but there are milled bosses where the coating has been ground off, and those are your washers. So there are no, it's a washerless construction. Opens with thumb studs, recurve spear point blade. Your blade steel is N690 from Bowler. Blade length 3 7/16. The handle's 4 9/16. There's the lockup on your stainless steel liner lock. It's rock solid. Man, I'll tell you what, that washerless construction is silky smooth and free dropping. I don't know, you're probably going to have to keep that lubed because I don't know that that aluminum is going to be as forgiving over time as phosphor bronze would be. And then your blade centering is really nice. Near mint to like new in box. Made in America, by the way. Out of stock at $159 web retail. We shall offer this one at $110 like it is $135 with an ApostleP edge. The MIL-SPIE 3.5 from Tops. Next, I got a Kershaw with no box, just a Ziploc baggie. It's the link everybody wants. The 1776TS 20CV link, Tiger Stripe and 20 CV. You got a black hard anodized aluminum handle. You got an ambidextrous tip-up deep carry clip. Nice fine gear pattern backspacer. Speed safe spring assist. Kind of an upswept spear point in Tiger Stripe 20 CV. Blade length 3 1/4, handle 4 7/16. Lockup rock solid. Stainless steel liner lock, locking up pretty early and securely. And the centering is, I don't know, I'm going to call that very close. I think it favors the top scale slightly. What a great pocket knife. Anyhow, these are out of stock. When they were available, you'll probably never see them again, by the way. When they were available, they were $145 web retail. Let's do $110 on this one. $135 with an ApostleP edge. It's the Tiger Stripe 20 CV link from Kershaw. Next, we got an OG from Cold Steel. It's the American Lawman. murdered. All black. The thinner and less aggressive G10 than the original. Both pocket clips are in the box, right hand and left hand tip up. The blade in that beautiful PVD or DLC coated S35VN. Nice drop point blade. I got stuff everywhere here, white stuff. I love the purchase of the American Lawman in the hand. It's so locked in. Rock solid lockup. You got triad lock, blade that rides on phosphor bronze and Teflon washers. The lockup is rock solid. And the centering on the Lawman is perfect. We'll call this near mint to like new in box. Available new for $127 web retail. Let's go $85 on this one. $105 with my edge. Next day sharpening is available. And by the way, if you're going to buy a Lawman, you want to buy this Lawman where the finger choil extends past the plunge grind so you can just sharpen it. So much better than the old ones. So much better. Next up, it's Microtech time. We got a SOCOM Elite single edge auto with the natural clear finish on the aluminum handle. Partially serrated apocalyptic blade. In fact, the hardware too is apocalyptic. Got your track tech. You got your right hand tip down pocket clip. You got your firing button. It is a partially serrated clip point, but the blade's long enough that you get a good enough run of plain and serrated edges. So your serial number on this one is 11435. It was made January of 24. Blade is 4 inches. The handle is 5 1/4. Now, it is near mint in box, but there's side play. And no biggie, right? Just adjust pivot screw. Well, good luck. Somebody has tried, and you'll notice there's some damage in that driver cavity. Not so much on this side, but anyway, it is what it is, boys. I did put a Torx on it, and it is heavily Loctited. Heavily Loctited. So it's yours. You're going to get a deal, but it has side play and stripping fastener heads. Just so you know, these are $329 web retail. I would normally sell this for $250. I would ask $250. In fact, we just sold one a few weeks ago, $250. Your price for this one, $195. Like it is, $220 with my edge. So if you're handy with breaking loose red Loctite, which is what I assume is in there, here's your knife. $195 like it is, $220 with an ApostleP edge. Next, on a more positive Microtech note, we got an LUDT Gen 3 in blue. How can that be bad? Yeah, blue hard anodized aluminum handle. Track tech on both sides. Right hand tip up pocket clip. Button lock, side folding auto. Awesome blade. M390 MK is the blade steel. 3 7/16 is the blade length. 4 9/16 is the handle. Serial number is 37449, made in April of 2024. Lockup is dead, rock, solid. Centering is very close. Action, beautiful. Condition, like new in box. Buy a new one, it'll run you $262 if you can find it in blue. You found one here, and it's only $210. $210 like it is, $235 with my edge. The LUDT Gen 3 in blue from Microtech. Next up, we have fixed blades. There are two of them. I'm only going to show you one because they're identical. Cold Steel Warcraft Tonto. Not just any Warcraft Tonto, but Sanmai and G10. Yeah, buddy. They called us a 7.5-inch Warcraft Tonto. The blade measures 7 1/8 because that's how Cold Steel measures. I think you can see the line of demarcation between the core steel and the cladding steel. It's about right there. Gorgeous satin finished American Tonto. And then the 3D machine black G10 scales. So good in the hand. Ooh, yeah. The sheath, Securex molded polymer, nylon dangle. Let's see, make sure the snaps all work properly. I know they do. There we go. No rattle. So like new in box, and we have two of them. So you're going to see two listings. It doesn't matter which one I'll take it. They're identical and brand new. This knife currently available new for a web retail of $220. Let's just go half price. $110 like it is, $145 sharpened. The Warcraft Tonto Sanmai from Cold Steel. And that, my friends, brings us to the end of another weekly knife sale on the Apostle P channel. What a monster. And we're done. Grace to you and peace, my friends, from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Remember, the word is sharp. Now go get you some deals. I'll talk to you soon.